What's up, family? Comedian Eddie Griffin is reportedly out on tour, and he made a stop over the weekend in Omaha, Nebraska to drop some rather controversial remarks. That's nothing new for Eddie, but according to one fan who attended, this was different. He went all the way in on Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, their children Willow and Jada, and Will Smith's mother-in-law. Fam, they say it was bad. They say he also dropped the F word on the gay community, but that wasn't the worst. According to one fan at least, the worst was when he went in on black women. The fan said that Eddie Griffin fixed his mouth to say that black women destroyed the black family when they accepted Section 8 and the white man's welfare money, in so many words. And he said some other stuff. Okay. Eddie Griffin posted a picture of himself, his Asian wife, and their baby on Instagram. Now, because I don't have the benefit of the audio from the show, I'm not going to focus on Eddie Griffin, but I am going to focus on this blame the black woman narrative that's being spewed primarily by black men. Let me tell you something, family. In case nobody ever told you, it takes two to tango. Whatever black women did with black children, they didn't do by themselves. If you really want to know the truth about welfare, some of you dudes ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. But I'll take my chances because I got good intentions. Fam, yeah, the government did us dirty. They hatched the plan to destroy the black community. They are the ones who purposely went in and came up with this bright idea to give black women assistance through welfare, because black men could not provide for their families, just like white men couldn't provide for their families until the government gave them jobs. See, America made sure that they were employed, and the ones who could not be employed, they also got welfare. But their women wasn't told that they couldn't have men in the house. And even if they were told, it's always a double standard. So they didn't enforce it, but they enforced it with black women. So a black woman had a choice. Have my man in the house or feed my kids. And she chose to feed her kids. And I'm gonna tell you something, fam. The reason why I can't blame her is because we had a choice. We could have said, fuck that. I ain't going nowhere. I'll do whatever I gotta do. But I ain't leaving my family. I don't give a damn what they say. Do whatever you got to do. That's what we do today. Whatever we gotta do to get it, what do? We go out there and get it. We find some kind of way to get it. When we love our children, we beat the doors down. Open this door. Bring my goddamn kids out here. Open this door. You're not taking my kids. You're not taking. That's what the women should have heard. On every black household door in America, it should have been, I ain't going nowhere. We didn't do that. And we got to be held accountable for that. We got to take that. So yes, black women played the game. But black men played the game too. We all got played, man. They played us all. I don't know if Eddie Griffin is disparaging black women because he has an Asian wife. But I do know there are a lot of black men that once they switch over. They got all the smoke for black women. Fam, date who the hell you want to date. But don't drag your own. You don't even understand how stupid you look when you drag your own people. You don't even get it. Not even just in relationships, but in general. Other groups do not make a point to publicly air their dirty laundry and show people the worst of their kind. They don't reiterate over and over and over again how horrible they are. And make no mistake, there are horrible, horrible people in every single group. There are horrible women in every group. So why is it that Asian men, white men, Hispanics don't publicly disparage their women collectively? Why? Are they smarter? In regards to dealing with their women, it seems that they are. In regards to how they view their women, it appears to be. They appear to be. It's the same thing with some of these black women out here who disparage black men publicly. You don't see white women, Asian women, Hispanic women out here on major platforms clowning the opposite gender. You don't see that. You don't see them dragging their people saying, hey, and look at how bad we are. Man, white folks is this. And man, man, that's why we can't do it. We can't get along. White folks this, white folks that. It's some black people that are so damn brainwashed. They think that all white people get along. They think all white people can do good business. All white people do good business. Every time white people get together, they do good business. That's how dumb they are. They really don't have any experience outside of the bubble, that hood bubble that they grew up in. They really don't have any experience with white people. They don't know. Black women supports comedy, good comedy. Black women have always supported comedy. Women in general love comedy, but black women especially love to go to a good comedy show. And I know I said I wasn't going to, talk about Eddie directly or whatever any further, but black women have supported Eddie Griffin his whole career. You go to his show, black women everywhere. So it really bothers me how we as a group attack each other when all of us are under attack externally. All of us, because they see all of us the same. And then we're fighting internally. It absolutely makes no sense. And some people got some of the biggest platforms out here who come off like they're so smart, they're so intelligent, and they dumb it in a bag of rocks. They are absolutely of no use to the black community. I don't care how good they look on camera. I don't care how much money they make and how big the house they live in, how fancy the car is they drive. They are absolutely useless to the black community. In fact, they're useless to everybody except white supremacy, because they do the work of white supremacy every day. And that is to help to make black people look bad and destroy the black community. That's what they do. Black women have worked since slavery. People want to act like black women just been sitting on their ass all these years. Black women have worked since slavery. My mom, we was on welfare. We was on Section 8. But my mom got up off her ass and went to work every day. We was on Section 8 welfare to subsidize my mom's income. But she took care of 5 kids. Yes, she made some mistakes. But she didn't make them damn mistakes by herself. So I don't get this thing where these so many black men just try to drag black women, drag their own. I don't get that shit. These are the type of sentiments, as Dr. Umar Johnson would say, deserves 50,000 lashes. Man, date who you want to date. If you're so happy with who you're dating, why are you worried about somebody else? Why are you constantly commenting about other folks? If you don't like black women, don't date them. Move on. Take your happy ass on up the street. We don't need to hear about how happy you are now with your non-black woman. We don't need to hear you talking about disparaging the black women that we continue to date. If you don't like it, speed on before you get peed on. What's this thing about constantly trying to drag black women if you don't appreciate black women? If you don't love black women, you don't care nothing about black women, take your happy, snappy ass on down the street. Take your ragged ass on. We don't need you. They don't need you. You're useless. Keep black women name out your mouth. But I get it. Some of y'all do it for a hustle. That's all you got. You know what? My hustle gonna be talking down on black women. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna talk down on black women all day. And if a black man say something nice about a black woman, I'm gonna say he's simping. Nah, you the simp. You the simp. Because it takes a real simp to not understand that you cannot drag black women and expect to have prosperity. You can't. A nation can go only as far as its woman and its man. You can't do this alone, you dummy. Women can't do it alone. Men can't do it alone. It's as simple as that. All you dudes out there who have been emotionally injured, I get it. Man, I've been emotionally injured, but I'm a man. So what do a man do? A man take his licking, get back up, and keep on ticking. That's what we do. Keep it moving. I'm not one of those people who are obsessed about who other people date. I just don't like when people date outside of their race and then try to talk down on their own. That's the part that gets me. And I'll tell you this, fam. If you are the target of that person's angst, you're overreacting really, because they're overreacting because they really ain't got what they think they got. What they got is a complex relationship, just like they would have with anybody else. They are viewing the person by the color of their skin as opposed to the content of their character. There's a myriad of stories out there of interracial couples causing each other harm. When it comes to black men specifically, he's not going to tell you the time she tried to take his kids away, or when she called him the N-word, or how her close family members are racist. He's not going to tell you about the time she called the police on him and lied and said he hit her or that he had a gun in the house. Yeah, he's not going to tell you that. You ever notice how these rich black dudes will marry outside of their race, specifically white girls, and when they get divorced, the white girl almost always end up with a white dude? But love is love. No more talk.